Throughout Taipei, people frequently use crosswalks rather than pedestrian overpasses or tunnels. As usage rates fall, residents are beginning to wonder why the Taipei city government spends an estimated 8 million Taiwan dollars a year for upkeep on these structures. In August, Mayor Ke pledged a comprehensive review of such spending, which is further fueling the debate on whether to maintain or scrap these parts of the urban landscape. Our Sunday in-depth report.
它的楼梯的阶梯比较小，适合小孩子走。
对。
第二个就是刚刚有提到，就是因为这个很宽所以再怎么打架都不会掉下去。
This pedestrian overpass is located on Taipei's Yanping North Road and connects Taiping Elementary and Yongle Elementary. Alumni of Taiping Elementary stand on this overpass and recall their childhood memories.
两校因为那个时候
There was a fierce baseball rivalry between the two schools at the time. In fact, it became hostile, and whenever we used this overpass, there would be some conflict. Now I take it to get a look around. You can see Datun Mountain off in the distance, and you can see Beimen, which is a childhood memory for me.
Located near Dihua Street, this area, formerly known as Dadaocheng, prospered following World War II. These two elementary schools, separated by a single road, had a combined 10,000 students at one time. When school started and ended each day, there was a rush of cars and pedestrians. This vexing problem continued until an importer of Chinese herbal medicines, Yo Juncheng, helped implement a lasting solution.
The
Yanping Police Precinct Chief studied possible solutions to this problem. Later, he discussed it with Yo Juncheng, who felt duty-bound to donate this bridge for the safety of students, but wished to remain anonymous.
The Taiping Bridge opened in 1968 and has been in existence for nearly 50 years. It continues to protect school children from traffic and is now the oldest pedestrian overpass in Taipei. At busy intersections, the purpose of pedestrian overpasses and tunnels is to give vehicles priority on the roads and divert pedestrian traffic.
Early regulations said that as long as you had an overpass or an underpass, you could not establish a crosswalk within 30 meters, giving pedestrians no choice but to use overpasses and underpasses.
Later, considering the plight of the elderly and the disabled, or those who traveled with push carts, the government gradually relaxed these regulations. With crosswalks now existing alongside overpasses and tunnels, usage rates of the latter soon plummeted. Mayor Ke announced in August that a comprehensive review about removing overpasses and underpasses would be undertaken.
The city government will focus on overpasses. If they are structurally unsafe and if repairs are needed, then some residents may think it's a waste of money because no one uses them.
The low usage rate of some pedestrian overpasses and tunnels has been discussed for some time. Last September, the Taipei city government closed off the Taiping overpass for 3 weeks, leading alumni of the nearby elementary school to become nervous about its fate.
This pedestrian overpass looks common, but we think of it being an example of a parent who showed great compassion for this community. It's an important memory for us. If we really dismantle it, we may lose a part of this area.
Taiping Elementary alumni came to the rescue of this old bridge. Taipei's new construction office conducted a survey and requested local neighborhood chiefs to express their opinion. In the end, the overpass was spared.
When we saw a report that the city government decided not to tear down the bridge, but instead protect it, we were quite happy.
The historical significance of the bridge allowed it to avoid the fate facing many other overpasses and tunnels.
Overpasses that cross riverside embankments, parks, agencies, or schools, or those that link to hospitals or offer barrier-free paths, serve an important practical function. They won't be included in our assessment for removal.
The Taipei city government's ongoing assessment of overpasses and tunnels will continue until the end of next year. Demolition work will take place concurrently. Aside from low utilization rates, pedestrian overpasses and tunnels have also encountered other problems.
For homeowners, pedestrian overpasses have a more obvious impact regarding personal privacy, especially those living on the second and third floor of buildings adjacent to these overpasses. They may suffer from a lack of privacy, which could impact the price of the apartment.
Underpasses face a lot of problems, such as water issues. In the past, they were hiding places for criminals who preyed on women and the vulnerable.
The decision to preserve the Taipei Bridge invigorated Taipei Elementary alumni. They hosted activities to commemorate 50 years of the bridge's history.
We could turn it into a sort of art gallery to exhibit old photos from the area, or we could green the bridge, turning it into a sort of public-use farm.
While a few pedestrian overpasses and underpasses will be retained, the vast majority in Taipei will be phased out. Prior road planning sought spatial separation of vehicles and pedestrians, but current planning seeks temporal separation. This is expected to create a friendlier traffic environment that benefits underprivileged groups and others.